Hey there, I'm Ken, this is CRT, and that's Voodoo. Welcome. Welcome to this episode where I am going to finally, hopefully, get that TI99 4A computer working 100%. If you haven't seen the other videos, you can check them out up here. I've checked out the power source, I've taken the computer apart, everything seems to be working fine. I've played some games on it. In the last couple episodes, I found out the keyboard was not working. Well, I tried to fix it. Got it about 90% working. It's working enough that I can play games on it, but I want it 100%. Now, after I released that last video where I got the keyboard up to 90% working, I got a lot of great suggestions in the comments about what could be wrong with the computer. So I do have an idea that I'm going to try, and if that doesn't work, I'm going to start going through those suggestions one by one till I get that thing 100% working. Plus, I finally got the AV cable for it, so I can want to try this out too. So I guess there's nothing to do but get started, so let's do it. So one of the first things I'm going to try is I'm going to see that the pads are making contact with what I did down here. So now I know that right up here, these keys right here are 6 through 0. And they are not, or they're some of the keys that are not working on this. So let's test it. Working. We follow it down. Nothing. Okay, so they're making contact with each other, but nothing down here. So there's little breaks in the plastic here, so that where the trace is showing through, so I can make tests on each of those areas. So we will try here. So that's this one. Okay, we go here. We're making a contact. Okay, it's working all the way up to here. In between here and here, there is no contact. Now I'm guessing that this trace doesn't go all the way up to here. So for fixing this one, I am going to cut another little piece of copper, lift up this membrane here, and get it down onto the trace here and see if that helps. But for now, let's test out some more. So this right here is the space bar. And the space bar is not making contact, so I'm going to try the same thing with that one. Now we'll try this set of keys here. It comes down to here. It's making a contact. You can see the numbers. Then we'll try this one. Also making a contact. We've got a contact. We've got no contact. So this bottom row here doesn't seem to be making any contact. Once again, we'll try the same thing. Well, actually, let's just test between here and here. Nothing. So we'll try the same thing with that. And we'll go up here. Contact. And then these two are tied together. And they go up here. And we've got contact. Okay, so it seems the space bar, this row of keys, and this row of keys. So we've got to cut some more little pieces of copper and try what I'm going to try to see if it works. And here we go, cutting some more little strips of copper tape. So I've got here a second set of tweezers to try and lift this up with. Now, I need something to cut this with. And now we'll test. First off, make sure these two are not touching. Nope. And we've got some continuity going through all the way up to that row. Hopefully that will work. And now, in the interest of time, I'll do the other two here off camera because, yeah, this is pretty fiddly work. You'll probably end up with just mostly shots of the back of my head, so do that. We can put it back together, and then we can test it out. Now, as we saw before, this row here was not working. And we are now getting a connection. This space bar was not working, which we are now getting a connection. And this row right here was not working, and we're getting a connection. So, time to put this back together, test it out, see if it's going to work. All right, we have got the keyboard hooked up, partially back together. Computer's hooked up to the TV. So now we can turn this on. Let's go to full screen. Okay. The one key still works. Okay, well, we're getting a lot of double presses, but on this kind of keyboard, I'm not surprised. But the 6 through 0 works. QWERTY. So far, so good. Now for the spacebar. Everything is working. That means I can now put this back together, and I have my fully working TI99 4A computer. I now have a fully working TI99 4A computer, and I could not be happier. But I do understand why people don't like fixing those Mitsumi keyboards. The overlay is so old and brittle on those things that the trace lines, if you're not very, very careful with them, they'll come right off. That was, I think, what the problem was, why I had to extend the copper tape, because while I was working on it before, I accidentally just kind of rubbed the lines right off the overlay there. So, yeah, I managed to get it working, which I'm really happy about, but I honestly think if somebody out there made a replacement overlay for these things, there'd be a lot of TI99 computer owners that would probably line up to buy those. Not something I would ever do because I wouldn't know the first thing about getting one of those made, but hey, somebody that knows more than I do could do that, and I'm sure that there's a market for it. Anyways, yeah, I hope you enjoyed watching me get this computer up and running, sticking with me through all 4 of these episodes. If you did enjoy it, you can give it a thumbs up, you can subscribe to the channel, you can even comment below. Just remember that anything and everything you do is always greatly appreciated, and yeah, so what am I going to do now? Well, I've got the computer is working, I've got cartridges, yeah, I'm going to play some games. So, see you next time. Voodoo. Down. Come on. Good girl. Are you having fun, kitty? There. Oh, there we go. It's working there, and here's my cat to help me. It's working there. All right. Excuse me, kitty. Ah. Okay, and again.